Morning, everybody. It's a Tuesday morning, and we are on a little adventure, something new for us today. So this year we were picked for a hunting certificate. I forget what they call it, but it's in a raffle, and you can get it for particular hunting areas. And we got two this year. One is for Gothy. It's only for 3 days, first days of general gun, and then we also got one for the Lower Suwanne. So this morning we're going out to scout out. I know technically I should have done this a long time ago, but my work schedule and so forth has not permitted that to happen. So we're going to go out. Hunting season begins Monday the 20th. We plan on going out with the crossbow and see if we can't find ourselves a deer or a hog. So we're going to scout it out a little bit this morning. It is a little later. It is it's 7:15, but kind of going to go looking for evidence. Maybe we can spook up a couple deer, hogs, that way we can kind of know what's in the area. So we're going in our super duper off-road vehicle, the 2007 Camry hybrid, and but we've got some safety gear and some survival stuff with us, which we'll go over when we get there. But thanks for riding along with us, and we'll see what today's adventure brings us. So we're going to head on out the back way from where we live all the way out to the Lower Suwanne. It should take about an hour to get there. So we'll pick up as we get a little closer. Alright, so we're still driving. Like I said, it takes about an hour. We should be there in about 10-15 minutes. So just beautiful country. I don't think I've ever been out this way. But it's just lots of farmland and woods. People live out here, but if you want to go to work every day, this is not where you want to live because you got to commute. So we'll let you know when we get there. All right, so we've made it. I checked in at the office. Super friendly folks out there, and just so you know, when you do come out here to the Suwanee, you have to have their brochure and signed on you so that they know. I'll show you the brochure here in a sec. So that they know you know the regulations, and it says on it. So here's the brochure, and it says Lower Suwanne access, current possession, it has to be signed and in possession. So it shows you the whole map of everything. So we're gonna scout out around here today. This is right at the beginning is the archery designated area only. So we're just gonna scoot around out here and see what all we can find today. That's the goal, was to scout. So we're gonna try to blaze some trails in here, follow some deer tracks, and see what we can find. I don't know if y'all caught that. We were just riding along here, and of course I don't have my phone out, and there was a doe just ran across. So you know, this is the kind of stuff we're looking to do today, is to spot where the deer are, because our goal is when we come out here to hunt that we know kind of roughly where we've seen them or where we can expect to see them. So she ran off this way. I wonder if there's more in the area. There generally are. There are generally more than one deer, but I knew I should have had my phone out. But we're just starting our walk. We finished up the one walk back there. I mean, there's some deer tracks, but it's extremely thick, and to try and get set up back in there is going to be quite a chore. So we're just going to keep driving, see if we can spook up any more deer. But we literally aren't too far in here and spotted the one doe, and so we'll see. All right, so here's some evidence of hogs rooting around. We got one of these paths we're just going to walk down. We really need to pick a spot where we're going to hunt, so we're going to check it out. Yeah, see, here's your hogs rooting. So finding the time when they're out is going to be the trick. All right, so we've seen some hog tracks for sure on here, and some hog rooting and whatnot. I mean, there's an area back yonder that was pretty tore up by the hogs back at the woods, not that path. Our scouting, we're hoping we can get a good spot or two to really hunt for these hogs or deer this year, so. A lot of this is quite swampy. So, all right, so we're going down this path. There's some tracks right in here. You can see that one there. There's another one right here. Yep, some more tracks in here. I'd have to hunt on the ground out here. We have to sit back up like right over here. This isn't a bad spot. Lots of tore up ground out here, which we're getting real close to the Suwanee. And the hogs look like they've been tearing it up over here. So they've been very active here in the last day or two. Alright, so we're following right now what we think might be some hog zones. And so we're going to see what it brings up. There's a lot of hog stuff back there. That could be a deer rub. This wouldn't be a bad spot, honestly, because you got a clearing out here and back up in here. Obviously a highly traveled path. So, well, may not be too bad. Try not to give you all my hunting spot. My boys are trekked way off in ahead of me, so we'll catch up with them. All right, so we explored a little bit and got an area that we like. A lot of deer trails in here. You can see these paths. They've got worn down. There's another one over there. It goes back into the swamp. There's probably a area out that way. So we're gonna scope out roughly where we want to set up when we come out here. I've got a tree climber, so I'm gonna have to climb up. I don't have a like a tree stand. Anybody ever seen one of these bad boys? Woo, banana spider. They're called that because of the yellow back they got. So anyways, you see this grass is tall. I mean, I'm holding this at shoulder height and these weeds are that tall, but we got a lot of paths. This was not from just us walking through here. So I'm gonna try and find a spot that I like, mark it. That way when we come back here, we got a good spot. There's some good trees here, good pines. Oh, we can be right on the path. So thinking right here on the edge of this wood cut would be not too bad, but there's another spot where these paths cross, so I might actually wait till we get all the way over there. But either way, if you're doing this at night though, it's gonna be tough early first thing in the morning, so we'll see what we get. My boys, while we were driving, noticed a little gator on the bank right there. Someone try and zoom in. There you go. You probably see him right there on the bank. So a little 2-foot gator, 2.5-foot gator. He's just chilling out right there on the bank. So you never know what you're gonna find. I mean, he's a little one, but they do get bigger than that. Cool. All right, so we're gonna walk down another longer path. We're running out of time for scouting, other things we got to do today, but we're gonna walk down here and let's see if we don't spot anything else that would pique our interest for an area to hunt. So a lot of swampiness out here, so we'll see what happens. All right, so we were just walking through the woods here, and wouldn't you know, we just spooked off a couple deer. So we're gonna walk back here just to kind of investigate a little bit. I didn't see him, but I heard him. The boys think there might have been a buck in there. So we just want to kind of explore this area and see what we got. So we're gonna go silent and just walk through, let you see what we see. Definitely a good spot to expect to find deer with the water, the grass. But we heard them spook off because the boys are talking. So we may come back and check out this spot and see if we want to set up, but we're going to keep walking. So here's some more hog rooting, I guess, out here. Really nice area, nice cover out here. Spin around and show y'all what we got. Lots of fern, a low fern growth. This is really all deer territory. I think we found another spot we like back there that we marked. Spot, put a tree stand, got a couple paths that cross. We'll keep walking. Alright, so we just looked at a spot. Alright, sorry. Trying to get the boys to walk quietly. So you can tell this is all tore up. And I just saw a little something back here. I don't know if it's a low-lying area, clearing, or just some dead undergrowth, but we're gonna check it out. Definitely a path back here. It's probably old. No, maybe not. We'll keep going. Really good spot. Keep going. Keep going. So this is what I was seeing off the path, which I would say is probably a pretty good spot. The deer like to come through here. They got a source of water. That's a good place to bedding down back here. But it looks like somebody's got ribbons back here everywhere. So I'm gonna put my phone down for a minute and walk through here and then see what we can find. All right, so we're walking around out here, and I'll show you a couple scrapes we found. So here's one right here where the buck has been tearing this tree up. We've got another one right here, and this one's much fresher. You can see the sap. Sorry, see the sap coming out of there? So that's a much fresher, I can't get my phone to focus. Much fresher scrape. So we definitely have a spot here. Where we would want to tree up though is going to be difficult. Is actually, I'll put the camera up. You see, this is what you're dealing with, and you can't be on the ground. You have to be up to be able to get a shot off. The problem is you're going to be shooting down into all this brush, and obviously you can't clear it out. So we've got some trees up there, but a lot of brush. So really, like, an ideal spot is a tree like that. It's not as big as I'd like it to be, but I don't know if, to be honest, there's some ribbons out here. I don't know if these are this year's or last year's. They seem quite old, like they're last year's, but look at all this ground. I mean, this ground is just tore up everywhere. All out through here. You can see, I don't know if there's hogs or deer, could be squirrels too, but this very tore up for just squirrels. So that's an older ribbon too. So I don't know how fresh these ribbons are, but it's definitely a spot that I'm going to take into strong consideration about coming in here. So lots of scrapes, lots of buck evidence. All right, so look at this, folks. We just found this awesome scrape, and that is very fresh. So we know we've got buck in here. That's a very fresh scrape, and that's a good one too. I would say you're not dealing with a little spike there. You got a good size deer here. I mean, that tree's pretty big too, so we're gonna scope this out here. These ribbons are very old and tore up, so I feel a little safer with picking this spot. We just got to find out where we're gonna set up. Got a bunch more tracks in here. Little ones, big ones. We got a clearing or something coming up here. Got a lot of tracks, fresh tracks in here. We know the deer are still up because we spooked them twice today. Lots of activity. We're trekking further back here. Haven't been able to find anything else promising, but we're running out of time for the day. And areas like that are good. The biggest problem is I'm hunting with my crossbow, so I got decent distance, but it's the brush. There's too much of it. So we're trying to find spots that are conducive to hunting deer and shooting them, getting a clear shot. I mean, the spot where we found all the scrapes is a great spot, but it's very constricting, so we'll have to see what happens. Our last path, one of the boys said they claimed they saw a doe back there, which wouldn't surprise us based on, I think this is where we jumped them off of that side, and they would have further back that way. But I just wanted to take a quick walk down this path, kind of see what we got. We do have some deer prints and stuff like that in here, nothing too crazy and heavy, but the point is finding a spot where the deer walking through, and hoping we can pick up on something. So we haven't seen anything yet, but I'm just going a little further before we turn around and head to the house. So I'll go around another corner or so and then head back. Two of the boys stayed back. They got a little tired of walking. So, but you can see a lot of prints here. Those are small. This is very small. More like small does, but some of the tracks we've seen are big, which would lead me to believe we've got decent sized deer, a nice buck. So kind of just trying to figure out, find a spot we'd like to set up on. A dead tree here. I'm gonna go around this corner and see what's over there. All right, so we finished our walk for today. I think we've got a couple good spots. We're heading home. We got a bunch of other things left to do for the day, and so appreciate you all watching. And when we come out and hunt, I did find that I can only bring one of my boys at a time, so I'll be coming out with them. We got a good couple spots back here we like. This will probably be our first go-to spot, especially after that bed down hole we found all the scrapes. So anyways, appreciate y'all watching. Hope you subscribe if you're not a subscriber already, and you can join us on our hunting trip and fishing trips and anything else that we do. So appreciate your watching. I'll see y'all next time.